And in Ecuador, we have our correspondent Liz Scherfius to give us more on the line right now. Liz, are you there?
Hello, Reagan.
Hi. Well, we know that Nicolas Maduro had been calling to meet Juan Manuel Santos several times with no result. Santos always said that the meeting would need certain conditions. Can you tell us what those conditions were?
Well, Reagan, both President Juan Manuel Santos of Colombia and Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro have agreed to meet this upcoming Monday in Quito's Carondelet Presidential Palace at 2 p.m. Both presidents have accepted this invitation by President of Ecuador, Rafael Correa, to meet to discuss these concerns of bilateral interests. Well, President Juan Manuel Santos said that he has been speaking with President Rafael Correa about these upcoming talks and has thanked Ecuador for mediation in this conflict, as well as Uruguay. He also said that the issue of contraband on the border, as well as criminal bans, need to be discussed in these dialogues, and said that he hopes that concrete results come out of this meeting to be held on Monday. President Rafael Correa announced this meeting yesterday while he was inaugurating infrastructure projects in the province of Cañar. And Foreign Minister of Ecuador, Ricardo Patiño, spoke to the press about this upcoming meeting yesterday afternoon. President of Uruguay, Tabaré Vázquez, will also be present for this meeting on Monday in the Carondelet Presidential Palace, as Uruguay currently holds the pro tempore presidency of the UNASUR body. Reagan.
We know that neighboring countries have been trying to get the two to meet, as well as regional bodies, UNASUR and CELAC. What role specifically do you think all of these bodies played in facilitating this meeting?
Well, UNASUR and CELAC are two bodies of extreme regional importance. Now, UNASUR has 12 member states and CELAC 33 member states, and Venezuela and Colombia are members of both bodies, which seeks a further regional integration. Ecuador currently holds the pro tempore presidency of the CELAC body and Uruguay of the UNASUR body, and both regional bodies have agreed to mediate the conflict. They have committed themselves to mediating the conflict to try to find a diplomatic solution for Colombia and Venezuela in this border crisis. Reagan.
Now, we know last Saturday, Liz, that there was a meeting between the two foreign ministers of Colombia and Venezuela, but they both said that it was the beginning of a dialogue, but things did not go quite too well, or at least since. How do you think Monday's meeting will pan out?
Well, Reagan, Foreign Minister of Venezuela, Delcy Rodriguez, and Foreign Minister of Colombia, Maria Ángela Holguín, did meet this past Saturday in the Foreign Ministry of Ecuador here in Quito. They met with Foreign Minister of Ecuador, Ricardo Patiño, and Foreign Minister of Uruguay, Rodolfo Nin Novoa, here to discuss this border crisis and how both nations can move forward and possibly open this dialogue. They discussed the possibility of a meeting between President Santos and President Maduro to take place, and both Holguín and Rodriguez said that they would work towards making this meeting possible. And we now see that this did in fact prove to be successful, as both President Santos and President Maduro have agreed to meeting here in Quito this next Saturday, or this next Monday. Foreign Minister of Ecuador, Ricardo Patiño, said that the fact that the meeting will be held in Quito is purely logistical, as Uruguay and other nations have also offered to host these talks. And the foreign ministers of Colombia and Venezuela will be present for this meeting between the presidents on Monday, and the foreign ministers of Uruguay and Ecuador will also be accompanying the presidents as well for these talks in the Carondelet Presidential Palace on Monday.
I really hope that this Monday's meeting goes well for the betterment of all those involved, including, of course, the Venezuelan people. Thanks so much as usual, Liz, for your great report. We'll talk to you a bit later on.